I hope we are all settled in and we will be starting the program shortly. Alright, so good morning everyone. To our distinguished guests, visitors, professors, and fellow students, welcome to Thammasat University. Today we are here gathered in this hall as we celebrate a commemorative exhibition of the 120th anniversary of Russia-Thailand bilateral relations. And for today, I will be your special MC. I am Nathan Season from the Philippines, and I am one of the students from the Masters of Arts in Asia Pacific Studies program. So welcome everyone. For today, just a run through about our program. As we celebrate the 120th year bilateral relations between Thailand and Russia, we are going to be exposed to different exhibitions solely dedicated to these two countries. Likewise, a university tour for the Russian delegation will take place as well, and everyone is invited to join. Moreover, this afternoon, we were going to have a very special lecture. And mind you, the special lecture will be from one of the leading experts of ASEAN Center in Moscow State Institute of International Relations. And the topic is all about Russia-Thailand, Russia-ASEAN Economic Dimension. Wow, I'm pretty sure we're going to learn a lot about the relationship between these two countries. And 120 years is no joke. So, without further ado, let us start our program. And at this juncture, I would like to invite the director of Thammasat Institute of Area Studies here in Thammasat University. Please welcome him for his special report, Associate Professor Dr. Supat Supachalasai.
Professor Dr. Sumkit Lerpaitul, Lecturer of Thammasat University. His Excellency Mr. Pyryvarsky, Ambassador of the Russian Federation, Dr. Viktor Chulsky, Director of ASEAN Institute, MDMIO University, and delegates from Russia. Colleagues from Thammasat University, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your kind attendance to this momentous event. Today, we celebrate a strong and long-standing relationship between the Russian Federation and Thailand through a commemorative exhibition and related events, through a strong collaboration between Embassy of Russian Federation and Thammasat University. In the past, the University and the Embassy of Russian Federation has been proactive, working with each other in many areas that forge a close relation between the two institutions. In the occasion of the 120th anniversary of Russian Federation and Thailand bilateral relations, the two parties have agreed to commemorate such a momentous event with a commemorative exhibition that serves to spread the awareness of such long understanding relationship in a academic, but warm and friendly setting. We also hope that this will give more exposure for the people of the two countries, especially particularly young generations, to foster deeper relationship that will benefit both countries in the future. His Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the commemorative exhibition will be divided into four main sections that entail the development of our esteemed relationship for the past 120 years. First, starting off with earlier period whereby the establishment of our relationship through the connection between the two loyal families that kickstart the relationship between the two countries 120 years ago. Second, move on to the second segment. The segment will explore the relationship between the two countries and international arena. Third segment will touch upon more down to earth aspect of our relationship, that is people to people relationship. that has been developed for the past 12 decades. And lastly, last segment will look at the general overview of Thailand and Russian Federation relationship in all aspects that shows extensive collaboration and economic relation between the two countries. I would firstly thank Your Excellencies and the Lecturer of Thammasat University to come and provide our exhibition today. Precise our exhibition today. I extend my sincere gratitude to all stakeholders and staff that work tirelessly to make this happen. This event marks the first event that is co-organized between Thammasat Institute of Area Study and Russian and CIS Study Centers since the consolidation of the area study into one unit. Now, may I invite a lecturer of the Russian and CIS Studies to report to the live lecture.
His Excellency, the Ambassador of Russian Federation, Mr. Kirill Barsky, Dr. Viktor Sumsky, the Director of ASEAN Institute of Engineering University, Professors of Engineering University, Rector of Thammasat University, Professor Dr. Songkitla Jr., colleagues, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I feel very honored to welcome you to the exhibition organized by the Institute of Area Studies and the Center of Russia and CIS Studies to commemorate the 120th anniversary of Russian-Thai diplomatic relations. The actual date to be marked as the beginning of our relations is the 2nd of July, when King Chulalongkorn began his visit to St. Petersburg in 1897. Up to now, we have enjoyed so many achievements concerning our bilateral relations in economics, trade, culture, education, tourism, which are shown on the exhibition boards. I would like to say something which is not on the board, something that is not official, but must be mentioned. That is the people-to-people relations. For the past 10 years, Thailand has welcomed millions of Russian tourists traveling to Pattaya, Phuket, Samui, and other cities of Thailand. Some of them love Thailand and Thai people so much that they decide to settle down here in Thailand. Thailand has never had so many students studying about Russia as we have now at Thammasat University. The number of these students is approximately 400 per year. They are students of Russian Studies program and students of the Department of Russian Language. I am sure that Russia has never had hundreds of Thai students studying in Russia as of now. And surprisingly, despite the very cold weather in Russia, the students choose to continue their study on a higher level to doctorate degree. When I ask for the reason, some of them would say, I love Russia. And some would say, I have my beloved ones in Russia. A very good example of a warm and friendly people-to-people relation is His Excellency, the Ambassador of the Russian Federation, Mr. Kirill Barsky. I remember that during an intellectual tea party at the embassy, one of the guests said that His Excellency is an ambassador who is never at the embassy. He is outside everywhere, making friends with Thai people. And that is true. As I edit the translation of the embassy's news, I witnessed how much effort His Excellency puts in learning more about Thailand, its history, its culture, and making contact with its people. As I was working as the director of the Russian Studies program, I remember that His Excellency once granted an audience to one of our students, just to give her the book Masha and the Bear, which is a very popular Russian fairy tale that the student admired. We were very touched with His Excellency's kindness and attention to our student. And I think through his gesture, His Excellency is showing the young generation how important it is to maintain the good relations between our two nations. At the end, let me congratulate everyone with the upcoming 120th anniversary of the Russian-Thai diplomatic relations, and may it prosper throughout the years to come. Thank you. Да здравствует наша дружба.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Supat and Dr. Losri, for those special messages. Indeed, as we can see, the secret, I guess, to the 120 years relations between Russia and Thailand is the people-to-people relationship indeed. Thank you. And with that, let us continue with the welcoming speech from our rector, the rector of Thammasat University. Please welcome Professor Somkit Lertpait.
His Excellency Mr. Kirill Basky, Ambassador of the Russian Federation, Dr. Viktor Sumsky, Director of the ASEAN Institute, Timor University, and delegates of Russia, colleagues from Thammasat University, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome distinguished guests to the commemorative exhibition of 120 anniversary of Russia-Thailand bilateral relations. Before I proceed with the opening remarks, I ask the guests to stand in silence for 1 minute in memoriam of the King Bhumibol, helping the strengthening of the relationship between the two countries. Please. Thank you very much. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to celebrate 120 years of bilateral relations between the Kingdom of Thailand and the Russia Federation. More than a century ago, Russia and Thailand had laid the first step towards having a formal yet friendly relationship between the two countries. Leading by the first grand tour of King Rama V of Siam to Russia during the reign of Tsar Nicholas II in 1897. During this long period of time, several members of Thai royal family have visited Russia and pioneered the relationship between the two countries. It includes Prince Damrong visited Livadia, now Crimea, in 1891. It includes Prince Damrong visited Livadia, now Crimea, in 1891. Prince Chira in 1896. His Royal Highness Prince Jakapong, King Chulalongkorn's son, also stayed in Russia for several years to study as served in Russian army and married to Russian ladies. In 2007, Her Majesty Queen Sirikit of Thailand paid a state visit to the Russian Federation on behalf of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej. Other members of Thai royal family who frequently visited Russia are Her Royal Highness Princess Kalayani Wattana, the late sister of the late King of Thailand. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Maha Vajiralongkorn, Her Royal Highness Princess Mahachakri Siriporn, and Her Royal Highness Princess Churaporn Mahidol. The long-standing relationships of our heads of state now have extended to citizens of the countries. This ceremony, therefore, it is an evidence of long-lasting relation between Thailand and Russian Federation. This commemorative exhibition is jointly held in recognition of Thammasat University as a premier learning institute that represents the academic of the country and the vision of both countries to have more young generation to take part and explore possibility for further cooperation and study. I personally believe that if the relationship between Thailand and Russia begin to take root in the young generation, the chance for having a strong and sustainable relationships will take place. Thammasat University, therefore, becomes the first Thai university that offers Russian language courses as part of the undergraduate curriculum dated back in 1975. Later in 2003, we offered the first Russian studies program in Thailand. Recently, Thammasat University reinforced these academic ties further through student and staff exchange with several Russian universities. Our university also signed memorandum of understanding with many Russian universities, including the Moscow State University, the Moscow State University of International Relations, St. Petersburg State University, Uran Federal University, and Nizhny Novgorod University. In addition to memorandum of understanding, courses offered at Thammasat University provide our students with opportunities in learning more about Russia from visiting professors from Russia as well as from His Excellency Dr. Kirill Baskin. On top of that, many of our students continue their higher education in Russia. From the examples above, the cooperation between Thammasat University and Russia Federation hits many milestones. Therefore, I hope our relationship will continue to grow and stay strong. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Thailand and Russia have long history and remain buoyant in relationship, but we need to continue strengthen the existing ties and collaboration that we have. Therefore, such a meaningful exhibition is a good opportunity for the young generations to know more and to take the relationship into another level. On the same note, Thammasat University is pleased to be part of this long-standing relation, as can be seen from numerous collaboration in the past, and hope that the relationship between two countries will last forever. We will continue to have more exchanges and networking between academic institutions and academia from the two countries. I genuinely hope that Thammasat University will be a great example on how to further the relationship between the two countries. To that end, I would like to thank you, Thammasat Institute of Area Studies, Russia and CSI PIS Study Center, and Office of International Affairs in organizing such a wonderful commemorative exhibition. I sincerely wish this exhibition will be successful and becomes another milestone for our university and partners, the Embassy of Russian Federation and University in Russia. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much to our rector for his welcoming speech. And now at this point, we are very fortunate enough to have the presence of the Ambassador of the Russian Federation to the Kingdom of Thailand. So fellow students and our distinguished guests, let's please give a warm up applause for His Excellency, Mr. Kirill Barsky, for his opening remarks.
Okay.
Dear Professor Songkit, dear Professor Ponchai, dear Professor Supat, dear Professor Yunbu, dear Dr. Sumsky, distinguished guests, dear friends, it gives me great pleasure to be here today to participate in the inauguration of the commemorative exhibition dedicated to 120th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Russia and Thailand. I'm very glad to be here, although as Professor Yogul said, it is very difficult to grab me inside the embassy, so I'm absent again. But I'm very proud of it, because I have a good reason to be absent from the embassy this morning. Yesterday, I had a very good meeting with the new Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kun Busaya Matalim. And among other issues, we discussed the forthcoming celebration of 120th anniversary of diplomatic relations between our countries. And I informed Kun Busaya that tomorrow, which is this morning, we are going to have a very vibrant commemorative event in Thammasat University devoted to the 100th anniversary of our relations. She was very surprised. She said, already? But the celebration will take place only in 2017. But in fact, she was very happy to hear that news, and she praised the initiative of Thammasat University to hold this exhibition in Thammasat University today. And this echoes my feelings, and let me use this opportunity to extend my sincere and profound gratitude to the rector of Thammasat University and all the colleagues for coming up with this wonderful idea to organize the exhibition ahead of the time, but at the same time, very timely. And this is another evidence of the fact that Thammasat University is always a pioneer, a pathfinder, is always at the forefront of promoting friendly relations and cooperation with foreign countries, including the Russian Federation. Dear friends, Russia and Thailand have brilliant past, which was so eloquently described by the previous speakers. But at the same time, Russian-Thai relations have a brilliant future. And today, we will have a chance to participate in an exciting discussion on the prospects of Russian-Thai relations, which are future-oriented and which bear a lot of opportunities for both countries in politics, security, in economic cooperation, in trade, in people-to-people and cultural exchanges. And last but not least, in the field of exchanges between students and academic cooperation between our countries, which Thammasat University is so devoted to. Dear friends, today I'm so impressed by the initiative of Thammasat University to organize a commemorative exhibition that I decided to make a small contribution to this exhibition from the Embassy of Russia. And may I invite Professor Somkip, the rector of Thammasat University, to come over here to accept a little token of appreciation and contribution of the Russian Embassy to this extraordinary exhibition. So please, Professor Somkip, come on. I hope that this historic photograph of Mr. Vladimir Putin, President of the Russian Federation, talking to His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej of Thailand during his remarkable visit to the Kingdom of Thailand in October 2003 will be one of the worshipped photographs at the exhibition dedicated to 120th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Russia and Thailand. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much to His Excellency Mr. Kirill Barsky. And in behalf of Thammasat University, we would also like to thank you for the token of appreciation. And at this point, we are going to start our exhibition. And with that, guests are invited to please stand up and please proceed to the center for the cutting of ribbon as we open the exhibition, to be led by the Rector of Thammasat University, Dr. Somkip Lerkpaithun, together again with His Excellency Mr. Kirill Barsky. So as we start the exhibition, students and guests are also invited to please take a look at the prepared exhibition in this hall. Thank you.
มีอะไรเดี๋ยวก่อนแล้วตอนนี้คือคนก็วิ่งไปวิ่งมาหน้ากล้องใช่ไหมมีอะไรไหมเนี่ยตายละไม่ได้กล้องเลยก็ทุกคนจะวิ่งคนละหมาดกันอยู่ตรงนี้ไงดูโลกนี่บอกไม่ถือดอกไม้ดอกไม้เอาไปไหนเดี๋ยวอย่าไปเข้า กับที่ห้องนอน